What is going on YouTube and also the Discord stage channel? Welcome to your Strats Weekly for the week of 16 October 2021. I am as always, am your host, Auth. Thanks for being here. Strats Weekly Scuffed Edition. I have been busy with IRL like crazy, so we're going to just cross our fingers and hope everything works correctly tonight. And we'll see how she goes. Braden, what's good? How you doing? Thanks for being here. Vecina was complaining about your keyboard ASMR. I was rather enjoying it. Are you using the crisp noise suppression? They're at the right there at the bottom, like little wavy line things. It surprisingly works well. I was very skeptical initially, but it actually works quite well, all things considered. What's up, Taco? Thanks for being here. Woo, buddy. All right. So yeah, welcome to Strats Weekly. We got lots to talk about, all kinds of things going on. Jump right into it, and I have no notes. We'll see how she goes. It's gonna be a weird one this week. Boom. First and foremost, of course, World of Warcraft, Shadowlands. We play World of Warcraft here at Strats, among a heap of other games. If you're interested in joining us to play some World of Warcraft in retail, we are on Area 52 Horde side. We also have some people playing Burning Crusade or Burning Legion, whichever one is going on right now in Classic. I'm not playing Classic. I have no idea what's going on over there. Burning Legion Crusade. I just know Nightlife et al. Have been playing a whole bunch of that as well over on Classic. If you are interested in joining us for any kind of World of Warcraft action, feel free to head on down to the Blizznerds channel. Hit up Nightlife, life spelled with a Y. He can get you all the details for joining us in any of those games. Bam. Next up, Path of Exile. League is wrapping up. New league announcements are coming out. New league? There's some hype. Taco, I know you watched the stream. I did not get to watch the stream yet, and I haven't had the VOD. What? So first and foremost, guild halls. What's up? Or guild hideouts. Sorry, guild hideouts. Path of Exile. AKA the most meaningless system in the game right now. But can we control click in and out of guild stash tabs yet? Thank fuck. There is nothing more miserable than manually dragging everything over there. The worst. Mm-hmm. Nice. Yeah. I might actually give Delve an honest try if they with all the changes. Yeah. Well, I know. I mean, there's a whole ton. There's a ton every league, but some of the big overarching ones are pretty exciting. Mm-hmm. Mm.
They showed off in the video a flask notable keystone, and the master had 6 or 7 different, gain this flash charge, or just a bunch of different ones.
Interesting.
So that's cool. The what I really like is we're gonna be able to. I don't know if we're gonna fully be able to craft them or if it's just a league mechanic, but we're going to be able to modify uniques. So that means that's a lot of, min-maxing. It's really, this league has come from the killing Chris Wilson's Apocalypse Cataclysm of 3.15.
Yar.
We're coming in at 3.16, and they're just like, all right, we got to get people back. Let's put a bunch of stuff in.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
but it's like,
hell, all they had to do was just not do 3.15 a second time. Like anything
just,
would have been received positively, but it's nice to see that there's a lot of good coming.
There's good ideas. I'm gonna definitely check it out. Next Friday is when it launches. It looks pretty good.
Yeah.
And I think it'll be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm glad there's good news and positivity coming out after like the shit show that was like 3.15, like just everything about it. I'm just happy that there's finally things to be like excited and positive about for PoE, because it's been a bit, it's been a dark couple of months for sure. But yeah, we have some people that play a whole lot of Path of Exile. We do have a guild in Path of Exile. If you're interested in joining up with those guys, you can head on down to the Path of Exile channel, hit up Senior Catpoop or Alundrel. Either one of them can get you squared away. If they're not available, by all means, reach out to me or Taco. We can also get you helped out there. We've got some other stuff that we're busy playing. Other games that we're playing. We're not near as active in PoE at the moment, but we do play fairly regularly. Myself and Taco, that is. Alundrel, PoE is his main squeeze. He's been waiting, and Delve is his favorite thing. I guarantee with like Delve reworks, he's gonna be playing a whole lot more this league, as opposed to like definitely didn't play hardly in the last league, and even the league before he played quite a bit. But you further improve his favorite mechanics, I guarantee he's gonna be back, play a whole bunch. So yeah, like I said, Path of Exile channel, hit those guys up and get you sorted out. Oh, what do we got next? Bam. Oh, Warframe. Right. We have knocked the dust off of the Warframe plan. The dojo is coming along nicely. I know Surge and Zarya have been doing some work in there. They're also doing a bit of recruiting. We finally expanded from just like super tiny, because there was only like 8 of us playing at the time. We now actually have room to invite some people in. We've done some of the upgrades that need to be done. If you're interested in joining them, they are usually playing in EU time zone. But if you can't catch them, you're more than welcome to reach out to myself or Galvator or Senior Catpoop. Any of us could help you out right down in the Warframe channel if you're interested in getting your Space Ninja on at all. There's been a lot of positive changes there as well. I was very bitter that they killed my favorite weapon, some of my favorite builds, but I have found some interesting things. I went back while I was waiting for New World to drop. I went back and played for a couple weeks and had some good fun. Like there's still a lot of good stuff about the game, even though I was very bitter that they killed my favorite build. By all means, if you want to link up with any of the Strats people, if you're looking for some people to play with, or you're looking for some build advice, Warframe channel, they can definitely hook you up there. We'll get there, Vecino. Calm down. Trying to jump ahead in topics. Next up, because you just want to talk about Princess Connect. Princess Connect. Yeah, real quick updates on this. We are currently in a banner that nobody should be pulling on unless you're just a greedy collector. Princess Connect is a gacha game, by the way, on mobile. I am leading the charge there. We are coming up on clan battles here later, I think early this week is when the next clan battle starts up. Very hype. I think we will still be in the same reward bracket we've been in for a while, which is fine. We're getting good rewards. The next banner that's coming after the current one might be a must pull. I need to do some more research before I say that for sure. But I believe the next banner is big deal. You will definitely want to pull on that. What else is going on? We're in double normal drops, just started today. So make sure you're getting your grind on. 11-4 gear just came out, so there is plenty to farm. I have not even finished my 11-3 gear because just need so many of those fucking swords, man. Like, I don't know if Dieka sympathizes with me in being just completely dry on those swords, but you need 35 per craft, and I need 18 of them. A lot of grind. A lot of grind. But we enjoy Princess Connect quite a bit. We have plenty of space still in the clan if anybody is looking to join up with us and play that. Like I said, mobile gacha game. Doesn't matter if you're iOS or Android, you can play on either. More than happy to get you hooked up with that. Reach out to me, sit me up in gaming channel, or shoot me a DM on Discord. I get you the details on all of that. Next game. Boom. EVE Online. Huh. They're still down there scrapping, huh? Yeah, there's some wormhole shenanigans going on right now, so some of the EVE guys are down there whooping each other around. We play a lot of EVE Online. We play a whole lot of EVE Online, actually. That EVE Online channel is maybe second only to ESO, the busiest channel in the Discord. There is almost always somebody playing. We have our own company, our own corporation. That's what they're called in EVE. We are also one of the. We are also more or less in charge of, or co-in charge of, the Pretenders Alliance. We do a lot of wormhole, but we do stuff beyond that. We do PvP, we do PvE, we do high sec, we do low sec, you name it. Somebody in the group is involved with it. Oh yeah, and we've almost, the Alliance, we're just shy, Vicina just reminded me, we're just shy of getting the actual like perma in-game Alliance logo, which is super hype. In EVE, once the Alliance, we're there, we just haven't submitted yet. So once you have an Alliance that's gone on for long enough, you can actually submit a custom logo, and that like stays in EVE forever because you can't just blow stuff up. So it will like forever be in there. We just have to decide exactly how we're going to settle on that. But if you're interested in checking out New Eden, whether you are a returning veteran, like a bunch of our guys were when we knocked the cobwebs off of things about 8 months back, if you are a brand new player who's never played and you just are masochistic and that's why you want to go play EVE, or if you're somebody who never stopped playing and you're interested in some wormhole life or some of the other things that we're doing, head on down to Internet Spaceships. You can hit up Vorthos is a great person to hit up. Always got the details. I'd say hit up Siri, but he's too busy playing with us in New World right now. You can also hit up Vicino. He can get you any of the other details you might need in there. And if they're not around, some of the other Alliance members like Wex and who else? Canary could also help out. Yeah, it's fair few people. We do a lot of stuff. I can't show you what we do. They have they got 3 more ops scheduled in the coming days. Big ops, and that's independent of the pickup stuff, like what's happening tonight, where there's some shenanigans going on in our home hole, because we do own a hole up there. If you are interested in joining them, though, like I said, head on down Internet Spaceships, reach out to any of those guys, or just type !EVE, and that will give you the details on how all of our authentication is configured, and people notice that immediately and are like, hey, what's up? You need some details? You want to talk? What's going on? We also have a channel in-game for recruitment and diplomacy stuff. It's a 21 SEP diplomacy channel in-game if you want to reach out in-game as opposed to on Discord. What else we got? Elder Scrolls Online. I think I saw Dice. Dice, you want to talk to us about what's going on in ESO? I don't know if he's around. Maybe AFK. Hey, there he is.
Hello there.
What's good, Dice? Okay, first, I want to say real fast, I'm so sorry the other day that we did not have last week we didn't have a Strats Weekly, because I wanted to put that like 9-man trial run in that you guys managed to pull off. Did a 12-man instance with only 9 people. Love to see it. It was super cool.
Oh yeah, we've done a couple now with 7-man or 6-man. I can't remember for sure now which.
Goodness, that's ridiculous to me. That reminds me of doing like Urgot's Wars and Guild Wars 1 with only like 4 or 5 humans, and having to control all the stupid AI bots to down the rest of the stuff.
Oh yeah, we're having lots of fun there with the trials. Got a few going. We're actually getting trials going now and for 3 different time zones. So
Shoo! I mean, that's what happens when you have 500 plus people. Like, well, right around 500, I guess, since that's the guild cap, playing all the time. You get what?
I,
1, 2, 3.
actually, we are down to just over 370 right now.
I'll send out some of the inactives.
Yep. Well, last couple of weeks we got people. I think they're leaving to go this the second ranked game. Knew something.
Steady. Yeah, I mean, I don't. Did we poach anybody? I don't think we poached anybody.
Yeah, there's a few going over there to try it out. I don't know if they're joining
Pretty
you
good.
guys there or not, but yeah, no, we got quite a bit of stuff going on, and always recruiting. We got a Halloween house furnishing contest going on.
Oh yeah.
Which
Right.
I let out the prizes for that, which will be 10K crowns.
Woo! That's not a small
split
amount.
between 3 winners.
That's not a small amount at all. Yeah, by all means, man. If you're playing ESO, you haven't entered into the Halloween Deco contest. Crazy. But yeah, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 events currently scheduled in ESO. So if you're somebody who plays ESO and you're like, man, I wish there was like more stuff to do and more things being coordinated. Dies and his crew down in the Skooma Den are coordinating heaps of content all the time. We love to see it. We really appreciate what you guys do down there.
Yeah, if you want to join us down there, all you got to do is hop in Skooma Den and send a message. One of the either me or one of the officers will grab you and get you in the guild.
Mm-hmm. By the way, we are on the PCNA server. We have people playing in all time zones. That includes Aussie time zone. Literally every time zone, we have people playing. Much like the EVE channel, the ESO channel is basically never empty. There's always somebody down there playing.
We even have a lot of the guild rules and guild stuff translated into a couple different languages. So,
truly, we are multilingual friendly, something like that. There's a proper way to say it, and I can't find it at the moment.
Yeah, don't ask me. I'm not that good at English.
I mean, even native English speakers like myself aren't very good at English. Let's be real. It's a stupid language. Why is it so complicated? Braden, do you wish you spoke Japanese primarily instead of English? Braden's been studying Japanese.
I don't know about primarily, but I wish I was better at it.
But yeah, like I said, if you're interested in joining the crew in ESO, Skooma Den, Dies, or any one of his wonderful officers, Sandman, Timmy, whole bunch of them love to help you out, get you situated down there, doing all kinds of stuff. Like I said, trials, both normal and progression, are happening right now. They're also, I believe, looking for. I mean, they have trials in like 3 different time zones, and they're looking to continue to expand that, and they're looking for more trial leads as well. So if that's something you have experience with or are interested in giving a whirl, you think you've got the expertise, by all means reach out to Sandman, Dies, Timmy, or any of the other officers down there. They'd love to talk to you more about that.
Yep, for sure. We're always looking to expand more.
Oh, well, Dies, I appreciate you talking to us about what's going on in ESO. Like I said, I appreciate what you guys are doing down there. And Dies in particular throws all kinds of videos down in the clips section of their different runs and stuff like that. So if you're interested in seeing what some of the higher end game content looks like, what it looks like with a Strats code crew running it, by all means head down to the clips channel. He is a frequent poster of all kinds of content down there. Oh, yeah. Thanks for all you do, guys. Thanks for talking to us about things.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'll catch you next week.
Alrighty, take her easy. Oh, next up, oh, New World. Oh, it's not. Hang on. Pretend this was centered before I clicked on it. Wait for it. Bam, New World. Oh man. Wow, there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot of things happened today. It's been a weird one.
Do we have anybody playing New World?
There's a couple people I hear playing New World. First and foremost, I guess I should say it here also. I've already sent it in game. I've already told the other leads. I've already put it in the Discord. But just so that it's been officially said, I have stepped down as the lead for New World. I start work Monday, and I'm going to be traveling for work. So I just don't have the time to keep. Yeah, my first day involves traveling out of state for training. I have to I will be doing my I-9 paperwork, which is for those out of the U.S. That's the documentation that proves you can legally work. I'm going to be filling that paperwork out in another state to begin my training, where I'll be out of state all week. So
let's go.
Travel the globe?
No, not global, unfortunately. I mean, the company is international, so were I to stay in the company and move up, potentially. I mean, I think this company's in about...
Yeah, but the U.S. is pretty much the whole world anyways, right?
I mean, they say Texas is like a whole other country, so I guess going out of the state does mean I'm leaving the country. But I have stepped down. Siri is now the man, the myth, the legend, or Weebalis, as he is in-game. Weebalis. I always thought it was Weebles. I don't know which is correct.
Yeah, it's Weeb.
I mean, it's just Weeb. You can just call him Weeb. He loves being called
Mr. Weeb.
That's his favorite, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, New World. For those who don't know, our server's been pretty good. we've been pretty strong as a syndicate faction. At one point, we had things pushed all the way back, so that Yellow owned no territories and Green owned just Cutlass Keys, a single territory. That was true as of about 3 hours ago, and then this happened, and we don't own everything anymore. In fact, we lost First Light, gave that back to Yellow, which we stole it from last week, and then Green decided to take Windsward and Everfall from us. It's been a whole to do. It's been a busy day. I'll put it in the actual channel over there also for anybody who is, it's in the thread in case anybody's not actually on the YouTube stream and isn't seeing what I'm talking about. Yeah, the map's not near as purple as it used to be. Pros and cons to that, I guess, because it happened prior to server transfers going live. So hopefully, long term, this will ensure that we have some additional retention of the other factions, because one of the concerns was that we were smashing so hard on our server, Arnavalkia, as Syndicate, that there wasn't going to be any greens or yellows that wanted to even stay on the server. They were all going to just leave. But then they took 3 territories from us in one night. So maybe they're actually going to stay around, and we're going to have to fight for all of these things back. There's a lot of shenanigans being alleged. One of our top players actually left our faction and joined Green. There's also been some new exploits and bugs that have come up in the last day or two, and there's allegations that some of that played a factor in what happened. I don't know if that's true or not, because I didn't get to fight in any of the wars today. I was too busy with IRL stuff. I'm not saying that is or what isn't what happened. What I will say, though, is that in the wars that I've fought in, which have been most of our wars, I think I've probably fought in about 80% of our wars at this point, Green has consistently been getting better. So I'm not surprised that we finally lost. I'm a little surprised that Yellow, who we lovingly refer to as the Paste Eaters, I'm a little surprised that they won a war. I don't know how many Green were in that war with them. I mean, their wars have been bad, really bad. I don't think they've taken a point from us ever. And then we lose a whole war. There has been a lot of allegations that there was some abusing of newly discovered exploits and bugs and such that led to this catastrophe. I could definitely believe that we lose a war. We've gone basically undefeated. prior to today, had only lost a single war, and it was an offense. It was an attack that we launched. We had won 2 attacking wars, lost 1 attacking war, and we had won 20-some defensive wars, and then we suddenly lose 3 in a day. I don't know. A little sus. I could believe losing a war. I could even potentially believe losing 2 wars. Losing all 3 is a little surprising, to say the least. Whatever the case may be, whether we just like got too full of ourselves and made errors, whether the A team was just not on their A game, whether green and yellow have both finally cracked the code on how to attack, or if there were, rampant abuse of exploits and such of that nature. Regardless of what happened, the situation is what it is now. We've lost a territory we didn't really care about, and 2 territories that are arguably the most important on our server and on most servers. 1 for trade, and 2 because they're where most of the crafting is happening. So a whole lot of money that was going into the syndicate coffers is no longer going into our coffers. It is instead funding the green war machine. And as you can see from this picture that I took earlier, after it had happened, I just got on and took a quick screenshot for the weekly. They're pushing in almost every other territory at the same time. So we'll see how this bodes moving forward. It's a little scary, not gonna lie, but it's nice. We were just talking earlier today about what is going to have to change in order for there to be enough incentive for people to keep playing if a server flips really hard for one particular faction. And we still control most of the server, like most of the territories, but we don't control it all anymore. And that's kind of nice. Like now we've got some actual goals to chase down. We've got some territory that has been ours since the game was launched, and we want it back. That's pretty exciting. But yeah, we play New World. We are on Arnavalkia. We are currently basically right up against full, but there are talks going on as we speak since Arnavalkia is no longer considered a full server. We are looking at spinning up a overflow guild, and the idea there would be we will have a guild. It is not the guild that currently controls Restless Shore, which is what we own right now on Arnavalkia, but it is a guild that would serve one as just another place for Strats people or people who come to the community that want to play New World with us to hang out so that you're on the server with us. And then as we weed through the members of the main guild, if we have people that, just disappear for a week, 2 weeks and haven't said anything, we thin those numbers out. We start bringing people over that are active in the Overflow Guild into the main guild so they can enjoy some of the benefits of being a territory owning company for at least as long as we control Restless Shore, which as far as I'm concerned is going to happen until New World is shut down in 30 years after it runs its full length of being the greatest game ever released.
Greatest game.
Right, that's a bit of an exaggeration, but it is a fun game. I am just shy of 200 hours, and I haven't been allowed to play for almost 4 days. That's an exaggeration. I haven't played since. It's been 3 days since I played any video games. Fiended, man.
Why, man? What's the problem?
I got this thing called a job starting on Monday, and there's just a lot of ancillary shenanigans that have to happen related to that.
Do you really need a job though?
I mean, there's this. So the problem is there's this thing that allegedly makes the world go round, and it's money. And I'm not out of money, but I don't have a lot of money.
I know what that is. It's like Bitcoin, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's like Bitcoin,
yeah, cool.
But it's a tangible asset that has an internationally recognized value.
Whoa, really?
I know.
Damn.
It's crazy, right? I mean, it's not tangible technically. It's not based on anything, and it hasn't been for decades. But it's the thing. It's a lot easier to deal in than Bitcoin. Not a lot of places accept Bitcoin. Also, Bitcoin's worth so much. You gotta break that thing up into little bits. Bits of Bitcoin. Bitcoin bits.
Okay, good one.
Well, yeah. Yeah, we play a lot of New World though. Whole lot. If you're interested in joining any of our efforts, whether that is be in the main guild, be in the Overflow Guild, you just want to hang out, whatever the case may be, head on down Purple Rain, and we're trying to make some additional Purple Rain right now. We're gonna have to work on that this weekend and next week, or I guess y'all will, because I'll be out of town. I don't have a laptop, so rip. I wish you all the best, though. Believe in y'all. You can do it. Siri's gonna see us through, and Siri we trust.
Yeah, and Siri we trust.
That's right. I mean, it's that he's doing good. He's doing really good.
He's doing
I'm
great.
hyped. I mean, God, we could let you be in charge of the disaster.
Dude, that would be great.
Doubt.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
X for doubt.
Yeah, big X for big doubt. There's not a big enough X I could possibly apply.
It would be great. We'd be fighting with everybody.
That's not ideal though. Oh man. Yes, Siri agrees. He says Taco would ruin every political relationship we have. Even the bad ones.
Well,
He would ruin even our bad political relationships. Do we have any bad ones? We might. Well, I suppose we probably do to some degree with other factions, just because, by the nature of it all. Oh man, but yeah, New World, good fun. Maybe I'll get to play.
It's fun.
I just really want to play. Like I'm itching to have not played. I haven't leveled up in days. My goal was to be 60 last week, or yesterday was like the day I wanted to be 60. Didn't happen. Should have happened. Stayed up all night. Whatever night that was. Siri and I deforested all of Windsward to finish getting him to Orichalcum tool crafting, and then I haven't been on since. My last experience was just chopping wood for hours on end. That's the last thing I did. Chop wood and kill wolves for rawhide.
I have to say, I really love games where I can just throw on a show on one monitor and watch it, and then just mindlessly do something in a game that's actually being mildly productive. Not advancing the story or anything like that, but just contributing.
Yeah, you don't feel like it's not a complete waste of your time. It's not just like an auto clicker or something like that. You're actually doing something that's meaningful to your gameplay experience in the future. It just and you could do that while doing something else at the same time. I've definitely sat here at my computer and eaten dinner while chopping trees outside of Restless Shores, for example. That's one of the things I know I've done, is to multitask, not waste precious game time. There's so much farming, so much crap you have to mine in that game sometimes. You want to do any sort of crafting, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands in some cases. Oof. But yeah, like I said, New World, Arnavalkia server. Hit us up if you want to do anything there, or if you are interested in possibly helping us get the Overflow company off the ground. Vecino would love to have some volunteers to help us get that off the ground. Bam. What else we got? Oh, Guild Wars 2. I saw it. D, are you here? I think I saw you in the audience. You want to talk about some Guild Wars stuff that's going on? Halloween's going on. Mad King Thom is back. Return of the Mad King, or Shadows of the Mad King? Echoes of the Mad King?
Yeah, Shadows of the Mad King.
Shadows of the Mad King.
Yeah, it's currently going on. They've added actually some new bosses within the labyrinth. A lot harder than the other ones.
I mean, it needed to be, because some of those lab bosses were a joke.
Yep. So new content, new skins that you can get from it. But the big hype is the next beta, which is October 26th. And if I remember correctly, this is the one, besides giving us the ability to play the elite specs for Ranger, Thief, and Engineer, will also be giving us the ability to try out the Siege Turtle mount.
Ooh. Imagine if we had Cursing Juggernauts. I'm just saying. Just imagine.
Well, they just released the Engineer shadow profile, but it looks like the Engineer is getting a mace. So it's very possible that engineers will be some sort of golemancy. but the color is green, which goes with the jade more than it does the Kurzik's amber. So I'm not sure if they're gonna be making the juggernauts or not.
Urgot was green. I'm gonna believe. Damn it.
Urgot was green, yeah.
Urgot was green. It could still be.
There is a lot of green in the forest, but I just I'm not up to my lore on the juggernauts, but I'm pretty sure they're powered by the song tree. So I don't know, maybe. I mean, they've got enough Jade Tech elite classes already.
Yeah,
They've only got one Amber class.
Yeah, it's time. Yeah. Give us something. Also, it'd be, as engineer being my favorite class in Guild Wars 2, it'd be very nice to see them, leaning on the Kurzik stuff as opposed to the Luxon stuff.
What is the status on alliances?
Alliances is currently in beta. It's
Yeah,
going on right now.
Yeah, it's been going on for a couple weeks
It's
now.
been on a couple weeks now.
Is it good?
Mixed, generally positive
Fun?
reviews.
Yeah, I mean,
Well.
my own guild that I rep for Alliance is small, so I go in by myself whenever I do go. My guild's a raid group, so it's waiting for that next raid drop to happen sometime in the next 5 years.
Yeah.
Now it's been generally positively received. I mean, something had to change. The current world versus world system was just wasn't.
Yeah.
It's definitely giving the players of World versus World something to rally behind, because server pride used to be a huge thing in World versus World, and it became so just blah throughout the years. Now to be able to fight for your alliance, for your guild, to be on the top of that, now that gives a player something to fight behind, to actually try to win, and not just tower trade and keep trade, bag farm, things of that nature.
Yeah. Oh, but yeah. So you said that's is that next week? You said, right?
October 26th.
26th week, a week after next. All right. That's pretty hype.
For 4 days, I think that's what they've been doing.
Yeah.
Monday through Fridays, approximately. I don't know what the 26th is. I don't own a calendar.
Should
so.
be a Tuesday.
Sounds right. They
Yeah.
do their updates on Tuesdays.
And then remember, that is, if you don't own Guild Wars 2, that is completely free. Even if you don't own the game, you can go and check that out. See what's good with the Canthan release coming up.
And
early
it's
next
all.
year.
There's no separate client. That's the greatest part.
Yeah,
Not having to download a whole separate thing like
Oh my god.
the public test realms and stuff like that. Ugh.
Yeah.
the base game is free, period. So if anybody ever
Yeah.
wants to just play the base game, I mean, it's free. You can go all the way up to facing off with Zaitan.
Everything up until that fight is great, and then you just
Yeah.
then you fight Zaitan, and
Press
boy,
1 to win. Press
Yeah.
1 to win.
boy, is that lackluster. The rest of it was great. We've talked about that though. They oofed that pretty bad.
Yeah, there was something supposed to happen after that. You were supposed to knock him to the ground, and then
A whole ground fight after the
whole
fact.
ground fight
Yeah.
after the fact.
They just got cut for production
I
time.
mean, even the instance up to the last fight with Zaitan is pretty cool, but
It's all right. Yeah. The actual little like ship quick time event mini game, whatever you want to
Yeah.
call it, pretty booty.
So it's a fun game. Combat is amazing, and yeah, I'm still head of the Strats Guild. So if anybody wants it, you can get in touch with me.
Yep.
If you can't find me, Arth can find me. So
That's true. I know where he lives. I'll go knock on his door.
but yeah, that's
Whoa.
that's the going ons in Guild Wars. Oh, something that you might find interesting, Arth. The last guild gab, or not guild gab, that's somebody else. the little streaming thing that they did, they showed off a Shinjay map, and they have ritualists in the game, not a playable class, but there are ritualist NPCs that are summoning ritualist spirits.
Just
they
make
show
it a playable class.
Looks like in Guild Wars 2.
That fucks. Just make it a playable class, damn it.
I know.
I just want to be a ritualist again. I just want to wander around with some dude's ashes in an urn and slam it on the ground.
I know. But the model is pretty cool. It's something. But I am with you. I would much rather have had a ritualist than whatever the fuck the Revenant is.
I mean, you did get gunblades at least, so there is that.
Good lord, I hate the gunblade.
It's pretty strong. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Oh man, I was in a raid with a person during the beta weekend with 3 gunblades. There was this one thing that you have to split off, kill 4 things at the same time. 3 of them charged up their kill the thing in one hit and just took the pylons down in one slash for each of them, while the other one's still like at 80%.
Wow.
It was
Needs some balance. Needs a bit of work.
Horrible.
Oh yeah. If you're interested in joining D and the rest of the people that do play Guild Wars 2, there's not a lot currently in Strats that are actively playing right now, but D is still the custodian of the guild. And I know there are some people who are interested in coming back once Cantha actually comes out, since it was undisputedly the best setting in the original Guild Wars. The fact that they saved it this late in the game hopefully means they're going to do very right by all the fans. Should be a lot of really cool stuff to check out.
They got to do something after that last Living World story.
They brought back some people too, so old directors came back.
Yep.
Oh man, Colin's back. Groucho, I believe, was a PvP guy.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of
that World v World guy.
There's a lot of hope and hype because like Guild Wars 2 started strong. It started like pretty strong.
Still
went
strong.
up, and then it's been on a bit of a decline just in terms of overall quality because of ArenaNet was trying to branch out and do some other things until NCSoft, slapped them around and was like, "Nah, dog, work on Guild Wars 2. Quit pissing around with all this other stuff."
Work on the one game that's actually making you money right now.
Yep. Be like that.
So. But yeah, no. If you're into the Halloween, if you've never done the Halloween in Guild Wars 2, you should go do it. It's a blast. It's real fun.
Halloween is the biggest event in the Guild Wars franchise. Like Winter's Day is big, but
it's the biggest festival that we have. Yeah,
by far they go the hardest on Halloween. It is a whole lot of fun. If you've never played Mad King Says, you've just missed out on the fun. You should absolutely join that shenanigans pile in Lion's Arch.
It's great to see all the people that that have no clue what this game actually is because they're from overseas in some sort, and it's just funny to watch the Mad King slay them.
Yeah, Mad King Says is my favorite part of Halloween by far in Guild Wars. But speaking of Halloween stuff, other things that are having Halloween. Oh no! Pretend this one was also centered. Don't look. All right, it's just Overwatch League because I didn't get a new Overwatch picture. But Overwatch Halloween also ongoing right now, and there are some spicy skins. I now understand why for Overwatch League there were a bunch of like suboptimal, like kind of poo-poo skins when we were all like, man, these look like rejected Halloween skins. Now we know why, because they actually have some really good Halloween skins for Overwatch this year. Even the 3 earnable ones, which the first one is going on right now, I believe. I don't have my notes. No notes. 0 notes. I believe so. I'm going to go with yes. It's definitely going on right now. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I think it's Genji is the first one they're doing right now. A lot of cool skins. Roadhog got a new skin. Echo's got a new skin. Who else has a new skin? Brain, come on, you can do it. Do it, Brain. Reinhardt's got a new skin. Zarya's got a new skin. Brigitte has a new skin. A lot of good stuff. A lot of really cool ones. I think it's definitely one of the better showings in terms of like skin releases in a while for Overwatch, especially with how lackluster a bunch of the Overwatch League skins felt this year. By all means, if you play any amount of Overwatch, probably worth dipping in there while the Halloween stuff is going on. And I know there's people like Phil Spaz just loves the Junkerstein event. Like he'll play it just for the fun of it. By all means, make sure you jump in there and get those skins while they are available. What else do we got to talk about? Oh, Back 4 Blood. Back 4 Blood just came out. If you didn't know,
Back for Left for Blood Dead.
Back for Left 4 Blood Dead. That's right. From the studio that brought you Left 4 Dead, Left 4 Dead 2, and that really bad game we don't talk about called Evolve. Comes Back 4 Blood. Got good reviews. People seem to like it. I mean, I'm hyped. I have not actually played it yet. I own it. I'm looking forward to playing it. Haven't actually sat down to play it. Been too much New World to play. But I did.
Supposed to be. I mean,
I got 80 hours out
good,
of the beta. Like I played the beta for 80 hours. Like it was a lot of fun. I am definitely looking forward to getting back in there. I know Alundrel could not contain his excitement. He has already played a little bit. Siri has it. He has not played yet because again we've just been too much New World time. Cat Poop will be getting it. He's definitely going to be checking it out. I know Vecino had some fun with it as well. I'm sure if we ask him, if we're like, hey, we're a bunch of us going to go play Back 4 Blood, you want to play? He'll play. But yeah, Back 4 Blood.
I'll play if there's
what?
More than 4 people.
There's more than 4 people, but it's 4 player.
We know.
And we need to get
Poop Soccer's gonna be, and then no spots will open up in the Poop Sock groups because that's what I have.
Spots will be open in the Poop Sock group.
Alundrel,
there will be spots in the Poop Sock group though,
Man.
because I've got I'm gonna have a lot more work now moving forward.
That's right.
It'll be like when I was still in classes and such, and I wasn't able to play all the time every day.
You'll have like a fucking.
I'll have responsibilities.
Your Poop Sock's gonna be like a fucking, like an ankle sock.
I'm just gonna get like 3 hours of sleep a night. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I can work on 3 hours of sleep. It'll be fine. Builds character, right? Yep. If you're interested, if you've ever enjoyed Left 4 Dead, and you ever wish you could play like a better, a more, maybe not better version, but a deeper version of the game,
modern.
Yeah, like brought up to speed with some extra replayability mechanics, especially. That's the most exciting part I think about for me for Back 4 Blood, aside from the addition of the card system and the customization that brings to the table, and the characters being unique and actually having abilities and such. Just the raw replayability of it's not going to be just the same map all the time, the same maps, I should say. You now have the AI director randomly generating additional events and modifiers on the missions themselves. So like every replay of a mission will not be the same, whereas previously all it would be was just like the enemies spawn in different-ish locations. But if you played enough Left 4 Dead, you knew whereabouts you were likely to get a rush, whereabouts special were likely to spawn, and how it would all shake out. The changes that they've made, I think, are really positive in improving the replayability, because I think that's the only thing that the original Left 4 Dead games really lacked, was some sort of incentive to keep playing, some sort of change. Because once you were playing on the highest difficulty level, that's just what you were doing. You were just playing the highest difficulty, and if you could beat the highest difficulty, then like what else was left? You play the same levels over and over again, even though you've already beaten them. I don't know. There wasn't a whole lot of changes there. Whereas this, you're like, oh, like I'm gonna play a melee specialist for this playthrough, and we're gonna, I'm gonna try and like beat this with it melee, and then like, okay, now I'm gonna do shotguns. Like, can I do it with some shotgun build? Can I do it with an assault rifle build? Can I do it with a sniper rifle build? Like, and then, oh, this time I'm playing through the level. the power is out. So most of the lights are out. It's nighttime, and I'm working with only flashlights as opposed to having, a nice sunny-ish day and like lights on inside the buildings that I'm operating in. I really like some of the roguelite, words are hard, changes that they've made with Back 4 Blood.
I was literally about to unmute and say words are hard.
Words are hard, man. Do you have any idea how hard it is to make words go? Yeah.
I do, actually.
Yeah, truly. There's a lot of positive changes. I think it's really cool. Speaking of changes, though, last thing I wanted to talk about before we get out of here, and we're almost out of time, goodness. Battlefield 2042. The beta happened. I would say it was met with mixed opinions. There are some people that were happy with what they saw. There were some people that were lukewarm to, positive or apprehensive about what they saw. And there were some people that are quite concerned. And depending on what website you go to, you will find one of those types of people.
And what camp do you fall into?
Concerned a little bit. So Vecino's asking also like some of the things were being discussed. There have been some feature regression people are concerned about. For example, corner peeking is not a thing anymore, like the dynamic corner peeking from Battlefield 4 and onward. There are concerns about the destruction possibly being toned down, although the mission that they gave us for the beta did not have a lot of things that would be typically destroyable in a Battlefield game, so it wasn't necessarily the best showcase of what could be. There is still a lot of pushback, and I'm in this camp for sure. There's still a lot of pushback to the changes to the new operators as opposed to the class system. And one of the really big points that's been brought up with regards to that is there's no longer incentivization for as much team play, because you can play as any character and use any weapons you want. And that muddles, one of the other concerns that was brought up with regards to that is that also is muddling threat prioritization for people. Particularly, something that I'm concerned about is threat prioritization as a tanker. Like, I do a lot of tank stuff. That's one of my favorite vehicles to operate in. When anybody could have a rocket launcher, you have to be concerned that literally every enemy has a rocket launcher. Facino asked if he seems like they're trying to capture more of a COD feeling. There are allegations of that, but the time to kill is still really short. Vehicles are still a big thing. I don't know that they're necessarily trying to fully capture a COD feeling. I think what's more likely is one of the allegations circulating right now, especially because there is the Hazard Zone, which they just released a trailer for a couple days ago, and I'll talk about that in a moment. It's not a BR, but it's BR-esque. It's kind of like Escape from Tarkov meets Hunt Showdown, I believe is the other game they compare it to. I've not played Hunt Showdown, but it has some BR-esque components about it. And one of the suspicions is that Hazard Zone, as a game mode, they actually were originally developing as a standalone game, and then at some point during the development cycle they pivoted to making like a full-blown Battlefield game as opposed to just a BR-esque Battlefield game. So there's concerns that the reason we have these specialists is because they were leaning more into the BR mindset as opposed to the traditional squad-based Battlefield mindset, where the engineer brings the repair tool and the rocket launchers, the support is bringing your ammo, the assault is bringing the healing and the reviving, and the sniper was bringing deploy points, that long range, reach out and touch somebody, stuff like that. So there's a lot of valid concerns there, I think. And I think what they've done is they've reduced the emphasis on team play for a franchise that is predominantly focused on team play. Now, the actual Hazard Zone mission itself is, I think, really interesting. Basically, how it's going to shake out is I think it is 8 squads will drop in together, 8 or 12 squads, I forget which, and it's every squad for themselves. So it's like, and what will be happening is there will be objectives that you're trying to capture. These like data packs from fallen satellites, and during the mission, like during the actual like round, additional ones will also fall, and your objective is to secure those and get to extraction points. There'll be an extraction that happens about midway through the map, and then there'll be the final extraction at the end. So only a maximum of 2 squads can successfully extract. There is going to be a currency system, black market credits that you earn while you're playing that game battle mode or that game mode, and you can use that kind of Escape from Tarkov style to come in with better gear or to unlock different perks like faster weapon swap, additional magazines for your various weapon systems, additional throwables, stuff like that, additional revives. So there is some. It's a really interesting game mode. I think honestly, outside of Portal, which I'm really stoked for the idea of Portal, like that's one of the things that got me really excited initially with all the information that was coming out about 2042. I'm pretty excited honestly about the idea of Hazard Zone, but the core Battlefield experience seems like it's taken a bit of a backseat to more modern game trends, and that coupled with a lot of people reporting some pretty sketch server stability and performance. Sure, they say that this build was, I think the exact thing they said was at least 3 months old. But like, okay, so this build is at least 3 months old, fine. How much can you actually have changed in 3 months in terms of some of these large, overarching ideas and game concepts that you're presenting us?
Yeah, you look at the development cycle of these games, it's just like 5-6 years or whatever it is.
Yeah,
maybe
exactly.
not so much Battlefield, but even still, even if it's 3 or 4 years, it's like, what are you gonna do in the next month?
Exactly. So there's some people there. I even saw some people saying like, "Oh, this really needs to be delayed again. Like, it's not going to be ready in a month if this is what they're showing us." And it's interesting to me that they only asked for like a 1 month, or they only did a 1 month extension. Like, I don't know what you think you actually. I can't imagine what was so important that it had to be fixed before release, but it would only take a month to address. You know what I mean? Like, so moving it back just 30 days seems really weird to me. I would much rather them, if there are some large issues, I'd much rather them have pushed it further. Now, all that to be said, one of my biggest concerns with regards to the changes they made is the specialist system. There apparently was a survey sent out to, I don't know if it was a certain number or a random number of people who played in the beta, asking if they like the new specialist system or if they prefer the old class system. So there's maybe a glimmer of hope that we're going to see the old class system come back, and that would be huge if it did happen. That might be game changing for Battlefield 2042. But in the interest of full disclosure, your boy canceled his Battlefield 2042 pre-order.
Whoa!
I'm gonna wait and see. I'm in
What
wait and
the
see
fuck?
mode. I'm telling you, like, I love the Battlefield franchise. I am a huge fan. I've played almost every Battlefield game that's come out. I did not play Battlefield 5. I've played nearly every other one. That's all the way back to 1942. Like, I played even the original. But this is a pretty big adjustment that's been made. And between the release being up against 2 other games, New World that I'm currently playing, Back 4 Blood, which I'm excited about, and I very much enjoyed the beta for. At this point, I'm not going to have the time starting a new job to split between like 3 poop socks. I just can't. I can't poop in 3 socks while working full time. It's just not going to happen. And of the games, like New World, I'm already 200 hours in and having a blast. Back 4 Blood, I played 80 hours of the beta, and that was only with like 1 set of missions available. I'm super excited to get back into that. There's a lot of progression to unlock. There's a lot of cool stuff to do, and I've got a bunch of buddies, like both here within Strats as well as IRL buddies, that are hyped on that game. So I'm definitely going to be playing some Back 4 Blood. It's going to start eating into my New World time a little bit at some point, I imagine. But with all that going on, and with I'm not 100% convinced on 2042, I decided I would rather cancel my pre-order, be wrong, and then just buy it again at that point if I'm wrong. Like, I lose the pre-order bonuses. What the fuck ever. I don't care. I'm over that. I'm completely over it. I'd rather delay. Yeah, I'd rather delay buying it and start playing later. And like, that's another thing. It's like, it's a Battlefield game. I'm not gonna be like behind, so to speak, because I didn't start right at launch. Like, there's no progression system like an MMO. Like an MMO, it's a big deal.
Look at how we picked up BF4 like years later, and we're like, oh, let's go all in.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, like they gave BF4 away for a bunch of people. I started completely over on PC because I played Battlefield 4 on PS4 back in the day, so I had no progression carry over. Yeah, and like I'm not max level, but I got most of my unlocks back. Did a whole lot of work in there, had a lot of fun. And that's another thing. There's a couple of comparison videos. If you go out on YouTube, you can find them, where they compare 2042 specifically against Battlefield 4, because that's the closest similarity. Like, Battlefield 4 is the last modern era Battlefield game, because they did 1 and 5, World War I and World War II. So it's the closest thing they can really compare to. And there are some clear moments, obviously graphic fidelity notwithstanding, there are some clear moments and things that Battlefield 4 does better than Battlefield 24 did, based on the beta that they showed us and the build that they showed us during the beta. And that's very concerning to me, because like, I can always I own Battlefield 4 already. If I need to get that Battlefield fix and 2042 maybe isn't going to offer it as well as I thought it would, just play Battlefield 4. Easy.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, I mean, that's not the life I want to live.
Bombs in the chat over here.
Yeah, it's not the life I want to live. It's just like it's the reality of what it is right now. So, but yeah, that's where we stand right now. But I'm gonna play some New World here in a few. I think I gotta tear all this down.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna pay my 20% property taxes in Windsward. Let's go.
Did they actually jack? They didn't jack Windsward's price.
Yeah,
they didn't last time I looked.
I just
looked at it. Everfall was at 10%. I saw.
Everfall crafting tax just got fucking pushed.
I mean, it doesn't surprise me.
Crafting or refining tax? I thought Everfall was the refining town. I could be mistaken. I don't know.
Everfall and Windsward are at 1.25.
Everfall was already that high. That just means that Windsward was pushed up. Everfall was already up
property is 20% and trade is 10. So
really?
They jacked it up. They didn't jack it up to
I mean, I just won't pay.
Max is at what, 25?
No, I think 20 is the max for property tax. I think they've walled that out. If it's at 20, that's fine. Like, I won't pay my property tax this next time around. Yeah, I have a tiny house there anyway. Whatever.
I have a T1.
Yeah, exactly. Oh no, I'm gonna pay what? 300. Whoop-de-doo.
Dude, they're talking in fucking faction like this is fucking Eve. I'm like, yeah, I mean, I guess if for the War Room Discord we got to do some operational security. I was like, Strats goes used to that. Let us know. We'll put a fucking verification system in.
Oh, man. But yeah. All right, that's going to do it, though. Got to get out of here. Thanks for coming out. Those of you who watched the VOD after the fact as well. See you next week.